We're here taking over for Shalon Cam, and I'm just waiting till everybody join. Wait, let me go on to YouTube real quick so I know who's on here and who's not. Because I can't see no comments right now. So, yeah. So, hold up. Wait, let me go on to YouTube real quick. So, hey, Bree. So, we definitely got her in the top spot. We got, hey, Naeem. Hey, Mar. Let's see who else. Hey, Santana. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, Cam. Hey, Reality. Hey, Gemma. Let's see who else we got in here. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Oh, and Asada and Destiny. Hey, y'all. And of course, Cam, of course. All right, so I got, oh, hey, Antonio. So I guess we got, these are people that's going to be in here. If anybody want to join me, y'all can join me because today we're going to be doing reflection. So I basically got some reflection questions. Yeah. Oh, hey, Miss England. But yeah, I got some reflection questions up for 2021 or whatever. Because this is the last Wednesday of the year, so we want to definitely make sure we start on a good slate. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Ted. Yeah, hey, Dante. Okay, so y'all ready to get started or? Okay. All right. So the first question is like, how y'all doing? How was y'all Christmas? And what are y'all looking forward to in the new year? Yeah, I need somebody to come on. It's dry, y'all. I can't be on myself. Mar said Christmas was okay. Why just okay, Mar? Hey, Miss Sherry. Oh, I'm gonna just go. My Christmas, it was actually good. It was cool. Um, we spent time with family, and we actually had like Jamaican food on Christmas, which is really good. And I tasted oxtails for the first time, so that was good. Cam said Christmas didn't really feel like Christmas there. It definitely didn't, but I think I took advantage of it because last year on Christmas I had COVID, so we couldn't do anything at all but stay in our rooms and be a little, sad or whatever like that. So I definitely took advantage of it. We did like Christmas pictures and stuff. Just getting into the new year. I mean, not the year, getting a little to the Christmas spirit, even though it just felt like another day. You just got gifts on that day. So yeah. Kayla said hers was good. And hey Jordan. Mars said it was cool. It wasn't special like back then. Do y'all think like Christmas kind of get played out as y'all get older until y'all adults and have kids and stuff? Cause I think that's what it is. Like we're in that teenager mode. Like Christmas really not the same anymore. Or do y'all think it's just like the vibes of their family and stuff that's happening around Christmas? Naeem said, I'm about to be out for a while. My Christmas is born. Not gonna lie, I had to buy my own presents. That's the best presents you can get, buying yourself. Cam said, I think it was different because of COVID. Definitely was. And Gemma said, I only bought gifts, I ain't get none. Yeah, that's what my plan was. Whoever gave me a gift on Christmas, I was gonna give them the gift, give them their gift after or whatever. But if they didn't, like, depending on the gift they gave me is how I was gonna get them. That's how I'm going for the rest of my life because yeah, because there was a lot of times where I would just give gifts and I wouldn't get nothing. So you definitely gotta get that reciprocated. So yeah. All right, so we're gonna get into the reflection questions because y'all know time go fast and it's 6:05. Well, about to be. So the first question was, what was the most important lesson that you learned this year? Um, Marcia, I got 3 gifts and I done gave everybody in that mama something. Shake her head. It's good to give because it's always gonna come back, y'all. Good karma is always gonna come back. So just think of it like that. Good karma. And hey, Chelsea. So I'm gonna repeat the question. I'm gonna put it in the chat too. What was the most important? Yeah, Cam got it. For me was, let me think. I think I'm gonna have to go with knowing yourself knowing yourself is going to like get you through life or whatever like that. Because this year it definitely wasn't my best year, and I could say most of it because I was like angry at myself and didn't know what to do, and I thought I had everything together, and I put on this persona that I'm good and whatever like that, and in reality I wasn't, and I think that like it had a huge impact on me because I was just living life miserable, y'all. Like only thing I was doing was track, getting on meetings, and trying to please other people, and it wasn't really good. Because I let people get in my head. Two, I got back to that self where I wanted reassurance from people. I wanted validation from people, if that makes sense. And that just put me in a miserable spiral that I really didn't acknowledge until like the end of this year, like in December or whatever. Um, and I just had to realize like I just got to do for myself. And I definitely lost a lot of people throughout this process, but yeah. But Cam said the most important lesson that I learned was you have to appreciate the things you have. Because some things are out of your control. I definitely agree. Because you don't know, you can lose something today or tomorrow, or even in the next second, and you gonna regret everything you don't appreciate. Hey Sid, um, Ania said consistency is key, and knowing that you can't take everything at once. I definitely agree. Because I could say, for example, like with my business, like some days I will work on it, some days I won't work on it, and I realized it really did affect me. Even though I was still like getting orders and stuff, it just the excitement wasn't there anymore, and I had to realize because the discipline wasn't there. Hey Tay Bands, the discipline wasn't there, and I had to like let myself like you got to get it together, and you got to like make sure that if you want to do this that you do that, then you do it the correct way and being consistent. Hold up, I'm losing the thing. I'm losing the comments. Chelsea said allowing myself to grow without feeling guilty. Yeah, I definitely agree because at first I'll feel guilty because some people you just outgrow them, and they'll make you feel guilty or like post little things of you when you know it's about you, of them like throwing shots and stuff, and you be like, dang, I was just I'm just being me. Like everybody don't have to call you every day. Everybody's not going to be the type to be able to be there for you every second of the day or whatever. And I had to realize like I had to be there for myself because me giving to people like constantly and like whenever they need me to just jump up, even when I just could be crying the last minute of the hour or whatever, it was just crazy. So I just like I'm not gonna answer their calls right now because I'm not okay. I know I do need to work on like letting them know like I'm not okay right now. I can't talk or whatever, but I'd have a habit of ghosting people, and I did that the most this year. But I think honestly it's because, like I said at the beginning of the live, I was not okay with myself. I was living in misery and didn't even acknowledge it, and I couldn't even tell. So me doing that is, which is just had to realize like it's good that I cut them off because I can learn myself now and not learn them. Mar said, I learned to stay happy and stay positive even when things go wrong. I went through a lot and it made me grow so much this year, getting to know myself better and taking care of myself mentally and physically. Definitely agree with you, Mar. I'm not saying I learned how to stay happy. I'm not saying that right now without faking it. But I could say that learning yourself and taking care of yourself and knowing to say no is some things like, yeah, that's good. And you said also know my worth. That's definitely one. Like cutting people off or whatever. I feel like that's when you know like boundaries or you start to know your worth and stuff. Because you're just like, you're not for me and I'm not gonna set my standards down for you just to please you or just because I want you in my life. Like that's knowing your worth too. Like setting boundaries, and having high standards. Like don't be like for example, if you say, I'm trying to give an example. What's an example? That's it. Oh, you could be like, oh, I want to be with somebody who get A's and B's in school, whatever. And they were like, oh, I get C's and D's. And you be like, well, I really do like them, so I'm going to let that slide. No, no. You know your standards. You know your standards. Like, if you want somebody to be there to motivate you, to study with you and stuff like that, keep it like that. But don't lower your standards for anybody because they look cute, or you can, like you just see something in them or whatever like that. Make sure you keeping your standards high, because that's knowing your worth. Because if they realize you lowering your standards, how they gonna respect you or whatever if you don't respect yourself? Um, Bree said I learned how to work on that as well, and telling people I need a break and not just going ghost. That's something I need to work on, Bree. One thing about me, I'm a go ghost. Like if it's like it could be a random day on Instagram, nothing wrong with me. I either log on my Instagram or I disable it. Like I just did it. But yeah, that I'm not even gonna say I'm gonna work on that in the new year, because you know, yeah. But that's probably something I do need to work on, is not going ghost, because that's kind of not fair to other people, and I wouldn't like if somebody go ghost on me, even though it happened before. But yeah, Gemma said taking the time to myself is needed, but I learned that to tell people I need time, because you can lose good friends or family by just disappearing and knowing people that check up on you and care for you. Yeah, I definitely agree. But it's sometimes I had to realize this year that like you have to realize when people are genuinely checking up on you, because I just saw a tweet about this too, like my sisters or somebody I thought I was close to would check up on me or something like that, and whole time like a little hours after that conversation, I wound up they just asked me for something. I wouldn't realize that, because I'm thinking like, oh, somebody checked up on me, da 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 da. And I'm so excited. So sometimes you definitely gotta realize when it's genuine and it's not genuine. Definitely when they only talk to you when they need something or things like that. So I think, well, I know that's another reason why I just disappeared out of people's lives or whatever, because it wouldn't be genuine how I'll do it to them. And that's draining when it's not, when something's not reciprocated, like you always going, giving them advice or whatever like that. And then when you go to them, they're like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, that's really draining. Cam said, I've been trying to be more open to change. I really dislike it, but the only way I can grow is by being uncomfortable. I definitely agree with you. Change. I mean, I could adjust to change like pretty well, I think, or whatever. But I don't think that I initiate. I think that's the word, initiate change. If that makes sense. Like I like say if I know something needs to change, but somebody else say it, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, but I'm not gonna say it. So I think that's something like definitely like being uncomfortable, because nobody wanna be uncomfortable like in no place or no room or whatever like that. But you have to realize you can't just up and leave, because what if you miss an opportunity because you feel uncomfortable? So yeah. So that goes into our next question is, what did you let go of this year? Let me write that in the chat. What did you let this year? People is definitely what I let go of this year. I don't think, because I didn't really, they weren't benefiting me anymore. Like I feel like if it's a friend, a family member, or whatever like that, I feel like you should benefit me in some type of way. Not like me using you, but like I'm supporting you, you support me. I'm helping you, you help me, or whatever. And if I honestly did feel like that with a lot of people. And if you look at me, like I hang with one person, y'all, one person besides my family, and that's because I really couldn't take it anymore of the like of the selfishness. Like I'm selfless, but I'm all I receive is self people being selfish. I think I know what I'm trying to say, but I just couldn't take that anymore of people being selfish. So, Cam said, I feel like I've been forced. Hold on, wait, the comments. Oh, wait. Cam said, I feel like we've been forced to adapt with this pandemic. The cases are going up, and it's like, okay, you have to deal with it. Yeah, I definitely agree. And it just feels like, dang, it feels like it's this March of 2020 again. So that's definitely scary. It's definitely scary right now when it comes to COVID. Gemma said, making changes for yourself and initiating it is so hard, specifically with changing general things. I definitely agree. And when you're changing yourself, or you feel like you need to change something about yourself, you have to make sure it's what you want to do, not what somebody else wants you to do. Like, oh, I feel like you don't do this or whatever. Don't be like, oh, well, I'll change it for you. No, you have to genuinely want it. Um, yeah, I might think I'm a little, but I remember I was watching an episode on Grey's Anatomy, and the plastic surgeon was basically he went to the patient and was like, it was like, are you sure you want to do this for you or do you want to do this for your husband? And she was basically like, I'm doing it for him so he can love me more, whatever. And he was like, well, I'm not going to give you the surgery because I need you to do it for you, because once he leaves, then which you're just going to be here with the new person or whatever like that. Yes, I do, Cam. You're just gonna be here, like with something you don't love, and you're gonna regret it. And I don't want my work to be regretted. But I hope y'all get the gist of that. It's not the show, but just doing stuff for you and not for somebody else. Even if you think it's gonna make them love you anymore, friendship or whatever like that, just make sure you do it for you. Um, hold up. Oh, Cam said, I've got rid of the bad habits. I want to be a better person. The only one I can do that by changing things that are holding me back. Definitely agree. See, Miss Morgan know what I'm talking about. It's definitely a great show. Gemma said, I let go of some people and bad habits. Also, some of my fears of not succeeding. Yes, Gemma. That not succeeding part is definitely what scares me. And I'm just like at first, we did this like little summer thing at school, whatever, where we had to do our college essays, and I did not know what to write about. I did not. And then I figured it out. And then I stopped. And then I started again. I finally finished. And then I'm actually looking at colleges now, because I was like, well, what if I don't do good as a lawyer or whatever like that? Because I have plans, like all planned out or whatever. And I just had to be like, look, you're going to do it. If it don't happen, it don't happen. But you have to, like, like Cam said, be uncomfortable and step out your comfort zone so you can be able to, take the next step forward. So after college and things like that, you know, you have it. You have it ready. That makes sense. Um, Cam says sometimes you have to distance yourself from people. All I want is mutualism in my circle next year. Yes. Distance yourself from people. Like, it don't have to be like a permanent distance either. Like, you can do stuff like, maybe I'm not gonna talk to them every day anymore. Maybe every other day or something like that, just to check in and see how they doing. Then that could lead to a month. Then that can lead to, other things. But you have to learn love from a distance. Like, when it comes to my siblings, I learned since I was little, because I cannot get along with none of them. I'm not the problem though. I'm not the problem. I promise y'all. But it's just like, I don't like some things that they do, and they don't like some things that I do. So I just realized, like, me not talking to them every day and me not being in the same room with them every day is what's going to work for us. And I feel like with me, that's with all my family. Because I don't like like I said, I don't like people that's not genuine. So if I'm not going to be like, I can't do that. Like, me and my sister, I don't stay with her during the week because I go to a city school, she goes to a county school. During this break, it's been the hardest because we've been with each other for what, I don't know, since Thursday. So that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wait, 6 days. It's been 6 days, yeah. And we're not getting along right now because we're too close to each other. We've been in the same atmosphere for too long. So loving from a distance or being from a distance is definitely a good thing when it comes to me and my siblings. That's just personal. Yeah, Cam, that was 6 days. Um, hold on, wait. I'm gonna skip it. Shalal says, "Speak up for myself, but and also but others, mainly me." No, he was afraid of being able to speak up. Yeah, I used to do that. Like, I'd be like, "What's gonna happen if I say this or something like that?" And I remember y'all might look at me a little, because of that. But I remember my dad asked me something, and I told him no. And when I tell y'all, I felt good about it, but I was scared too because I told him no. Like, who am I to tell my dad no? But then I had to realize, like, I had to be like, he just got to realize, like, I'm not gonna just sit up here and just take whatever because of you want me to. Like, I can't you trying to get peace or whatever like that, but my sister also gotta respect me too. Like, I'm her older sister. It could be about 11 months. It doesn't matter. But I'm her older sister. And I deserve that respect too. But you need to say something to her also and not just me. And I just had to let him know, like, no, I'm not gonna apologize because I just felt like I was in the wrong there. And I just feel like if it's not gonna be a genuine apology, why apologize? So just speaking up, like just starting right there, I feel like it's good. Um, hold up. Mars said I'm letting go of procrastination, people that are draining my energy and tolerating people. I do have a question for you, Mar. How do you plan on like letting go of procrastination? Like, what's your plan? Cause that might help a lot of people with your plan, like on here. I really can't give no advice because I'm a procrastinator right now, and I don't have a plan in place. So yeah. He also said next year I'm gonna, if I'm not getting help in return, even in something small, I'm just cutting you off. I made myself too available to everyone this year. Shaking my head. I definitely agree. I did that this year though. Um, if I feel like I'm constantly there for you and things like that, or it just it's just the thing. Like, do you ever ask me like how I'm doing something like that? I just definitely just like, yeah, I'm not gonna respond to you or whatever like that. And for everybody, it's not nothing personal, but it's just something like I'm really not there right now to help you. Even though I'm not saying you don't give that to me, it just I'm not up there right now. And sometimes people could tell that by my energy, and then I have to come back and apologize. Be like, look, I apologize for how I acted earlier. If you still want to talk about it, I'm here. But I totally understand because I pushed you away when you were trying to talk about it. So just not being up there, just something that definitely um, made me like, I wouldn't say not help people, but it just made me like, it made me distant from people more. But also like just again the non-genuine people, that was early in the year. I cut them off though. When I basically, it was like I just can't do this no more. And when they text me or they call me, I didn't like pick up, and my phone wouldn't be on do not disturb. I would just wait till it goes away. You know. He said time management and staying focused. It's okay to take a break from things, but keep in mind that you still have work to get done. Definitely agree. Definitely agree. Um, Cam was telling Gemma, you gonna make it. It's gonna be hard, but school's gonna put you to a test. It's about the habits and the people you have surrounding you. Yeah, I definitely agree. I hope like in college or even now, like I find the right people, like a study group or something, that have the same intentions of me when it comes to school. Because like I'm doing real good right now, and I'm telling you, it's surprising me, but I'm doing really good, or whatever. But just to have them people like, hey, do you need help with this or do you need help with that, and not just giving me the answers, even though I asked them, they're like, I'm just gonna help you with this, or whatever. It's just something that you know I wish to do, or whatever. Cam also said you have to look at time. You have to make manageable goals to overcome procrastination. Yeah. Yes, I am surprised myself. Yes, Cam. But thank you, Coach. But yeah, you definitely gotta make time. Like how can I say in school? No, on weekends. Like on Saturdays, I do not do no work at all, at all. I just my day to get myself together. But Sundays, I'm getting all that missing work, and I'm getting all like even though I don't like it, even though I might stop like and watch. Y'all know why I watch Grey's Anatomy, y'all know. But it's like, nah. But even though I do that, I'll just sit there and be like, okay, I'm gonna take a break from Grey's Anatomy. Like, okay, it's kind of backwards. I treat Grey's Anatomy like my homework, and I treat my homework like it should be, you know what I'm trying to say. So I'll be like, I'm gonna take a pause on Grey's Anatomy right now and get myself together. And then I'll just go ahead and do homework. Like, for Christmas, I got an iPad, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, let me download Google Classroom. And I did like 4 or 5 missing assignments in like an hour, and that was so proud because I'm like, this is so easy. Why am I waiting to do this or whatever like that? So it's just little stuff like that that makes me keep going because I'm like, oh, this is easy or whatever. Like earlier, I was doing my yearbook stuff, my journalism stuff, and I'm not a techie person, y'all. So with the pictures and editing and stuff like that, I was like, I did like 4 assignments where we had to do like the layouts and stuff for the yearbook. And I got to the day I'm supposed to be on, and I was supposed to do this one step. I was like, I cannot do it anymore. I cannot because I could not find. I still can't find the button to this day. Well, to this minute, find the button that I'm supposed to press to edit these pictures. and I can't find it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a break. Take a break. I ordered me some food because I was proud of myself. And I just took a break. I'm gonna get back to it, y'all. I promise. But yeah, little stuff like that. But we're gonna move on to the next question, which is, what skills? Oh my god, I was looking up. I didn't look on TikTok, Cam. I'm gonna look on TikTok now. That's definitely what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look on TikTok, but I was looking on Google how to do it. But the next question is, what skills did you gain this year? When it comes to skills, hold up, y'all. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Cam. I hope you get better. I hope nothing's wrong when you get in the hospital. Um, but what skills did I gain? I think I was about to say ignoring people, but I've been knew how to do that. What skills did I gain? I think saying no, yeah. Even though I feel bad after saying it, I said no way more this year. Because last year was my first year, like really making money or whatever. Like that was my introduction to doing stuff on my own. Then this year, oh look at Cam driving. Oh, that's so cute. But this year, this year I said no a couple times, or I'll be like, oh, I don't have it, cause me and my mother, I told her like we have like this thing, and I told her when you say no, it doesn't necessarily you don't. When you say you don't have it, it's not necessarily that you don't have it, but you don't have it for them. And she used that on me a couple times when that wasn't a purpose, but that's okay though. But just be like, I don't have it right now, or I'm gonna have to see or whatever. And I realized that I have to see part after you say I have to see. Don't text them back. Don't, because they're gonna know. All right, she was saying no or whatever like that. So don't text them back. So I learned how to do that, y'all, and I'm pretty proud of it too. But you better pass that, Cam. You better pass. I know we know you're gonna pass. You're gonna pass. But hold up, Cam. Mars said he let his friend group naturally come to me. I didn't force friendships, but I wish to set boundaries with them. That's definitely something. That's like when it comes to anybody. Like you don't want to force anything on anybody, or you don't want to force or specifically look. Oh, I want this person to be my friend. I want this type of friend, whatever. But all you got to do is just basically be like, hey, I don't like what you did, or whatever like that, or just be like, you know, just be like, wait, I gotta get my words together. Be like, I don't like what you did, or I really don't like this, or I don't agree with this. I'm not saying you have to stop, but like, don't do it around me. Um, my bad, y'all hear my brother, but like, you gotta like, don't have it around me. And like we can say, you gotta have them boundaries conversations up front or whatever. But make sure you calm down first or whatever, because I know I could be trying to set a boundary, and my wording is totally off of how I said. My demeanor is off and stuff, and it's just not okay. How it like, I hope you know what I'm trying to say, Mar. But it wasn't okay, and it's just like the way I set that boundary could have been better, because now I'm just shutting that part of that person off, and I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to set a boundary. So you definitely have to make sure you in the right demeanor and you calm down first before you set the boundaries. Um, Coach said I gained skills to learn. Hold up, I gained the skill to learn to feel the energy in a room for certain people. Yes. I can say I'm not gonna say like that was a natural thing for me, like since I was little, or whatever. But just knowing, like sometimes you can read the room wrong. Like y'all ever get that feeling like, oh, I know I'm not gonna be cool with this person, or I know, I'm not gonna like this person. Then you get to know them, and y'all cool. Like, did y'all ever have that experience? Like like you realize they really cool, whatever. Yeah. Okay. So well, you did. Okay. So yeah, it's stuff like that. But then you realize, and then you realize like, okay, now I see why. Or you like sometimes like, yeah, I see why, whatever like that. Sometimes. But then yeah. Gemma said a lot of leadership skills. I learned a lot of new painting and art skills. A big thing I learned is how to deal with difficult people and situations. I definitely agree with you, Gemma. Definitely on the leadership skills because I definitely see you growing throughout the years, and you're definitely doing amazing. And your artwork is amazing also. But I definitely see that you've grown or whatever on the leadership. And just taking on like new responsibilities and situations, things like that. But I definitely see your growth. Cam said I gotten better with public speaking, facilitating, and discipline. Cam, I definitely agree. Like the same thing I said with Jim, I definitely see that you gotten better with that, even though you were never bad at that. But I definitely see the growth or whatever, and I just see y'all just building up on y'all stepping stools and things like that, and I'm definitely proud of y'all for that. Mar says skills of being more appreciative, remaining happy and productive, bringing positive energy and leadership within my school. Mar, I think. Hold up, Mar. I don't. I think it's more than your school that you bringing like leadership into. I definitely see like when you come into meetings or whatever like that, even if you're not feeling the best, you just saying head on like, look, I'm not feeling the best right now, and then we wouldn't even realize that you're not feeling the best because your energy and things like that. And definitely like being productive and having the energy or whatever. Like, I think that's more like and taking on leadership. You definitely grown into that more this year. Um, so yeah. We read that. We read that. Mars said, "I learned to love from a distance. I don't have to be. It don't have to be beef or animosity between us. But I realized that you ain't for me. But I will respect that person and help them if needed." I definitely agree, Mar. That I think a lot of people, definitely in Baltimore City, need to realize that outgrowing people does not mean that y'all. It's like it doesn't mean um it's animosity there. Like people outgrow people. It doesn't always mean they have a problem with you. Doesn't always mean somebody want to fight you, whatever like that. And people just have to realize like you should be happy that people are growing. Like nobody's changing, nobody's doing nothing different, nobody's being shiesty or whatever you want to call it. But they're just growing as a person, and you should be proud of that person, honestly, because you're not seeing them there anymore. Um, oh, she's talking to Cam. My bad. But thank you, Coach. So the next question is, what challenges did you overcome, and what techniques did you use to overcome them? Which Yeah, Gemma, I was surprised I said that word too. But I'm learning the lingo, I'm never gonna say it. Never mind. Hold on, wait. Let me put the question in chat. I'm gonna say it one more time. I said, what challenges did you overcome, and what techniques did you use to overcome them? Oh, Cam already got it. Um, for me, a challenge. I don't know. I mm, Not the frozen chicken. Oh my gosh. Um, which oh, doubting myself. Doubting myself. I think that was a challenge because I'll always talk to my dad. I'd be like, okay, the next track meet I have, I'm not going to doubt myself. I'm just going to get out. I'm just going to get out, whatever. Um, and it was a time I told y'all. Well, mission. I told mission people on Mission Monday say special people. It's like no, but I told them like for 3 months or something like that. Like I just stopped track. I just stopped running overall. I would go get my chicken box or my cheesesteak, go in the house, eat them, go to sleep, no workout, none of that. And I think what I did to overcome it was get out my own head because I'm my own what is it called? I don't even know what it's called. Y'all hold up. I'm my own critique. No, it's not that word. I'm just saying I hate on myself, if that makes sense. Like I don't hate myself, I hate on myself. But yeah, but I keep saying that. But oh my gosh, my worst critic. That's what it's called. Thank you, Miss Morton. I'm my worst critic. So basically, I had to get on my own here. I'd be like, yeah, y'all got the word. See, that's why. That's yeah. But I had to get out my head and stuff and be like, look, you're gonna go into this next season and you're gonna do what you gotta do. You're gonna get your times down, you're gonna practice so when outdoor come, you can be seen by college and stuff. And thank God I have the coaches that I do because like when I tell y'all, if my coach see one part of a mug forming, he's going to yell at me. And then he's gonna give me an extra workout just for having an attitude or whatever like that. And I'm so grateful for that. But I'm not gonna tell him that, not right now. But I'm so grateful that they do that for me because it's just like my attitude have gotten so much better. Like if I got an extra 300 to do, I'm gonna run at 300 so I won't have no more to do. But it's just stuff like that. Just getting out my head and just believing in myself. Um, Kaja said a challenge I overcame would be becoming okay being myself and not needing attention. Um, my bad. And not needing definitely agree. When I was little or whatever, like you can ask my aunt, whatever like that. Like I will always be like my older sister, whatever, and my older cousins, they will be dancing. I'll jump in just so I can have the attention all on me and getting somebody to validate me and stuff like that. Um, should y'all running 300 together? Please. What's your time in the 300? And then I'm gonna think about it. But yeah, just realizing like I just gotta be okay with myself, and I gotta love myself. Like I don't need nobody to get validate me. Or I don't need anybody to like, oh, you got this. Like I gotta tell myself I got this because at the end of the day, even though you're gonna have people on your side, you gotta have you. Because people wanna go left and right, and some people wanna stay. So yeah. Cam said I've been having challenges with my stubbornness. I've been trying to listen more than I speak. I didn't overcome it though. I definitely agree. I think that's a Libra thing though, the stubbornness, and I think it's a pride thing too. Because I can know that I'm wrong in a situation, and I'm gonna keep going and bring up the randomness stuff that don't have nothing to do with the situation, and it's just what like I just look back like when I'm talking about it, or when we like I'm sitting down and talking about it with that person, I be like, dang, I was wrong. And then I admit it like a couple days later. I don't admit it in that thing, but being stubborn and trying to be right all the time is definitely something I'm working on. Um, Coach said a challenge was to be my own person and stop hiding behind other people. 39 seconds. I'm not running you in a 300, Shalal. I'm not. But he said a challenge with being my own person and stop hiding behind other people. I definitely agree with you that because I feel like it's always in like shows and movies. You don't want to be the shadow of anybody else, because you're just like when it's time they're gonna look at you like, oh that's da 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 sister, or that's da 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 brother, or whatever like that, and you don't want to be that person. You want to be like, oh that's Shalal Johnson, or that's Zion Pittman, or that's Markway Knox. You know, people like that. Your time is a 39. I'm not running you in that. Okay. But Mara said I overcame a fear and a judgment before. I overcome fear and judgment before I came vice president of my class. I was so nervous to get up there and speak in front of them. I was new to the school and nobody knew me. LOL. Mar, you became vice president for a reason. Like of your class or whatever like that. So they were, even though you're new or something, they voted for you for a reason. You became vice president for a reason. So you just have to have that confidence and keep that confidence. Because when you become vice president of the United States, you know? So you just gotta think of it like I'm here for a reason. I became vice president for a reason, and I'm gonna keep going no matter what anybody gotta say. Cause you're always gonna have somebody in the back talking, and that's how you know you're doing good because you have somebody in the back talking, being miserable, and you just gotta pray for them. Just pray for them. For the people who are in the back miserable, just pray. That's all you can do for them. Gemma said, I think dealing with this COVID stuff was hard, but realized I had to protect myself and those around me. I definitely agree. I don't think it's nothing easy about COVID or just mentally easy about anything when it comes to going into this, into 2020, starting in 2020, my bad. So yeah. Fatima said mine would be not caring about others' perspectives on me. Yeah, I definitely agree. At the beginning of the year, I totally shut down. Like, I did care. I was like I deleted everything on my Instagram, and I was like, oh my gosh, like it was a whole bunch to it. But coming into this year, I'm like I talked to myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh girl, yeah. Like you just talking to yourself, just hyping yourself up, making videos. You don't like taking pictures, making videos. You don't always have to post either. And you're like, yep, this her, this him. Yeah, just hyping your own self up because at the end of the day, like I said, you gotta be there for you and you gotta love yourself. Cam said I have challenges with masking my nervousness with confidence. I keep practicing so I can process. Can you explain that, Cam? Like masking your nervousness with confidence. Mine said it was hard making friends at first, but I let it go and let God. And people started to gravitate to me more because I was super helpful and nice and positive, and people loved listening to me. Yes, ma, I definitely agree with you. I had to realize that too. Like, I can't force no friendships or whatever. Like when we got back to school, it was so weird. Like I was so cool with some people in ninth grade, and then I got back. I'm like, they not who they used to be, and I can't be mad at them for that because I'm not who I used to be or whatever. But I just had to realize like if it was a friendship that was meant to be, if it's a relationship meant to be, it would be here or whatever. So I just have to, let the universe do what it do, let God do what He do. And just keep going. She said, Cam says so. Like sometimes nervousness can cause you to freeze up or prevent you from doing what you need to do. But when you actually leave, you can do it. It covers up the nerves. Oh yes, Karen. I'm definitely glad that you said that because I do that like and it shows and my parents my dad told me that it shows when I'm nervous or something because it makes my what I know what I can do, what other people know I can do, it breaks all of that out. Like it blocks all of that out. I'm sorry. And it looks like when it comes to other people who don't know me, they be like, oh dang, she don't know what she doing. But when you have that confidence and you have that in your mindset, like, oh, I can do this no matter what happens, then it actually shows. Like, whatever goes on your head is gonna show. It's gonna show physically or whatever like that. And I definitely witnessed that this year. My side had to be brave and start conversation and lead in class meetings. I was so nervous, but I needed more experience, and I started to be more comfortable with speaking in front of people. You're a strong one for that. I be so scared to present and stuff. Like last week was only 7 people in my class, and when I tell y'all, I was so happy to present because there's only 7 people in my class. Versus at the beginning of the year, it was like 30 of us or whatever. And I was like, I was shaking, messing up my words and stuff. But you definitely a strong one for learning how to do that. Definitely in front of hundreds of people. And I think that's another reason why I didn't run for class office because I would have had. Well, how our school do assemblies, you have to sit up on a stage and stuff like that. And I wouldn't be able to do that. I would be looking down the whole time. Zion, you gonna be done? Oh yeah. Hopefully, thank you, Karen. I just have to practice more and learning how to not say but and stuff like that, and saying that too, because it's a lot. Like, I I talk with my hands a lot. And I didn't realize that until this year or whatever. She said, "Girl, I was nervous when I did my speech, but it was all right. I had to push myself." Yeah, but those Western girls a little rah rah. Tay Band said I hate presenting, not be too nervous to talk in front of people. Oh yeah, I remember you was telling me that before we did our first Mission Monday presentation. But you're an excellent presenter. So I was confused why you was nervous because you're a really good presenter. Uh, I think I read all of them. All right, so we only got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna go into the next one. What did you do for your physical and mental health this year? I know a lot of y'all can answer that question. Okay, right. It said, "What did you do for your physical and mental health this year?" Physical. I worked out a lot more this year, like from March until August, and then now to, yeah, November to now. I did that. For mental, um, treating myself more, instead of saying all the time, like, instead of giving to people, I treated myself more. Like, even if I did have it, like, I would go get my nails done or something. That's something I do. Get my hair done. Like, at first, it was cool of me doing my own hair and stuff, but then after a while, it got tiring because it's like, how am I really treating myself if I'm doing it myself? Like, I'm not giving myself no break. I'm sitting up here for 2 days doing my hair or whatever. So getting my hair done like by other people and me not paying for it. Like, I used to pay for my hair all the time, not to get it done, but like so I can do it. But now I'll be like, my parents got it or whatever. And if they don't, I'm just gonna pay for myself, but it is like letting my parents take on some of the slack, or just like sometimes I'll be like, I really don't want to ask my parents for this, or my dad for this, or my mom for this, but like let me just ask them, even though if I do have it, but that's none of their business if I got it or not. Like y'all can do it. So that's what I did for me mentally of giving some of my slack off to my parents. Cam said I worked out more this year and I started doing my mile. For my mental health, I've been doing more self care and put less pressure on myself. Um, Cam said, girl, I'm trying to do my hair more next year to save money. I'm tired of spending money on my hair. Yeah, look. I got one more. No, I got a couple more months until 18. I'm leaving that all to my parents, but YouTube and TikTok help a lot. Like when I was like in fifth grade or something like that, about to put the rubber band method to yo. I personally don't like the rubber band method, but we're not gonna talk about that on here. But TikTok and YouTube definitely help a lot. Like when I was in like in fifth grade or something like that, I'll just look at the videos. Or when I was in a hair salon, I used to look at their techniques and stuff, and that's how I would go. Like that's how I learned how to do hair myself. Um, Mar said physically I meditated a lot and I went for walks while listening to music which is the best. And then I rewarded myself with Starbucks. Mentally, really just being myself and taking a break. Kaja said I dance because I can express myself more. And look, oh wait, Mar said I would leave and go to Virginia all weekend just to refresh myself and get myself together. It's more quiet there. Definitely agree. Like being in a new setting or anything like that. Like also, I went out a lot. No, was it this year? Yes, I went out a lot more this year, even though it was COVID. But even before COVID, I would stay in the house 24/7. Go to school, go to whatever practice I need to go to, come in the house, or I would just go to my family member's house. But this year I went out, even though it kind of broke my pockets. I definitely had a lot of fun, like going out almost every weekend or every other weekend, whatever like that. During the summertime, I really couldn't do that because I had track, so that kind of took on my life. But just taking on breaks, like, look, I'm just not gonna care this weekend. I'm just gonna do what I do for myself. And that's just how it's gonna be. Because I feel like just you going out with friends and you just getting your mind off that, like, I could be like y'all might no adults might think it's a little cuckoo to do this, but I could leave my house to go to somebody else's house, and that could be like something for me to just refresh my mind. They think like I think some adults think, why would you leave your house to go to somebody else's house? You still gonna be inside. It's a different atmosphere. Like it's a different mind you can take. You don't have to be around the same energy all day. You don't have to be around, the same stuff all day. So yeah. And then I think this is going to be the last question, but what did you learn about yourself this year? For me, I think what did I learn about myself? Hold up, well, my brother and back. What did I learn about myself? Um, Actually, I kind of been knew this, but I'm thinking I'm coming to acceptance. I try to please people too much, and it makes me drained out. Like, for example, earlier this year, I had found out people I don't even know was talking about me or something like that. And I was like, oh dang, like and I really just got really sad or whatever. Like it was just really, really, really like it was horrible. And so I just after that, it was oh my gosh, it was the New Year's too. it was no way to start no New Year's, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I'm turning my phone off when it comes to this New Year's because I'm not coming into this New Year with no negative energy. But I was like, I just felt so sad. I was like, oh, what can I do so nobody sees me as this and nobody sees me as this, that, and the third, and whatever. And oh my gosh, I started talking about these people, y'all, and I feel like that's not good because somebody talking about me. I shouldn't be talking about them. Like that's giving me miserable. Like that's so me miserable. And I had to realize, like, if I like to do something, I like to do something. If I see some shoes and they probably off running something, so what? Like that's what I like. So I need to please me and not other people. So yeah. Cam said I learned that I give people the benefit of the doubt way too much and it ends up hurting me. I need to set firmer boundaries. Yes, I definitely agree. My bad, y'all. I definitely agree. Because I feel like somebody can hurt me, and I could express it and they hurt me or whatever like that, and they'll try to be like, well, like trying to justify it, and I'll be like, okay, well, don't do it again, and they do it again and again and again and again, and I say I'm not gonna do something for them no more. And I was like, well, they this person, or that's my sister, or that's my family, whatever like that. And I just realized like that's not okay. Like that's not okay for somebody just to treat you wrong and stuff like that. Jim said that I can be very impatient. Yes, me too. Like my father told me that or whatever because that's why I like doing a lot of stuff on my own. Cause he said something I done like how I want it or when I want it, I get a bad attitude, and I was like, okay, that's why I do it on my own. But it's some things I can't do on my own, so it's kind of like irritating, and I start to cry too when it's not done when I need to be done because I feel like this is my personal thing. I feel like if I do a lot on my own, right? I do a lot, and I do a lot for myself, and I just ask you for one thing, and you can't do that, I'm gonna get frustrated because I'm just asking for one thing that I barely do. Like I barely asked you for, and you make it seem like I'm asking you to bring the whole moon to me on Earth, and then I want you to take it back on a rocket ship. That's how I see it. Maybe I got a little growing up to do, but that's how I see it, and that's why I like stuff done on my time. But once I have faith, and I know, hold up, I know how to regather myself and start over, which is okay when it's too much. Um, Mara, I definitely agree with you. Like sometimes, like I said earlier, I could not figure out how to do my work. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a break and maybe I start again later or tomorrow. Sometimes you just have to know when to stop. Like even when you're in an argument or whatever, just be like, you know what? I'm done talking. I'll talk to you later or whatever like that. I'm gonna calm myself down. And it's just stuff like that, like you have to do. So that's definitely good. Um, Cam said you ask someone to do one thing and you mess it up. Prove your plan why you don't normally. Yes, Cam. Oh my gosh, like junior day, my junior day, y'all. When I tell y'all, I don't care if I was. Well, I do care, and I apologize to my mother. But I had to get a physical done. I had to get my hair done. I had to. My outfit wasn't ready. It was none of that. So, my aunt she had made my sweatshirt. If anybody saw it on my Instagram, she made my sweatshirt, and I did not have it the night. Mind you, we had to be to school at 8. So I didn't have it. So I'm like, Ma, like, what's going on? Like, I just asked for you this shirt with like, what? I don't have it. This is the most important part of my outfit, or whatever. She got it done. She brought it to me, or whatever, like that. But I was so frustrated because I'm like, I just asked for one day, just one day. I did my birthday by myself. I did this by myself. Da, 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 and I was going on and on and on and on and on and on. Yo, it got done. It always gets done. But I like stuff done like ahead of time so I won't have to stress nobody out. Whatever. And I don't like when my parents call me spoiled either. You can just pick one. Like I just pick one. Um Mom said facts. I literally did everything for myself this year, and every time I ask for something, then all of a sudden I'm ungrateful. Yes, that part, Mar. Like, it was this one time I asked my dad to go out, and he's going to tell me to catch the Mark train. My job, I catch the Mark train almost every week. So I'm like, I'm not catching the Mark train to go out. Why would you do that? Why would I do that? I could have just stayed in the city. So he told me, this guy gonna tell me he don't. I always want somebody to, um, I want somebody to jump up for me. I jump up for myself. What are you talking about? Like, oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna get into that on this live because we only got a couple minutes left. And know when to ask for help. Yes, stuff like this make you all. Yes, Cam. Like it just like if it's a big day and it's your day or whatever like that. I feel like why wouldn't you make sure everything together? Like I already, and it is so crazy because like when these dates are coming up, it's like I already know something gonna go wrong. I already know I'm gonna cry. I already know I'm gonna do this, and then like, at the end of the day, I already know I'm gonna be happy at the end. And it's like it's just a cycle, and I feel like that's a boundary I'm gonna need to set with my parents when it comes to prom, because I'm not crying on my prom day. Like, what do I look like crying on prom or whatever? Because I don't want my face to be all puffy in my pictures and stuff. So yeah, but we only got a little bit of time left, 4 minutes. So we're just gonna do one more question, and after this question, I'm gonna do my jewel, and y'all gonna say a goal. When I say my jewel, y'all gonna say a goal. But I'm gonna tell y'all one too. The last question is, who or what had the biggest impact on your life this year besides the pandemic? Who or what had the biggest impact on my life? Thank you, Cam. Who or what? Actually, I'm gonna have to go with Heart Smiles had the biggest impact. And Miss Alicia and Miss Audrey, because it definitely pushed me into a lot of uncomfortable zones. Because this year, like I'm never the type to get complaints about anything, or I'm never the type for somebody to tell me that I need to fix something or whatever, or like people correct me because I'll always be good. Like people will always like me. But my internship, like with John Hopkins and stuff like that, definitely pushed me to like have to realize like it's always you always gotta go like step up, have a step above you if that makes sense. But that definitely had the biggest impact of me not settling for less for myself and me going like you know having it at basics. Kaja said I would say my grandmother because she opened my eyes to a lot. I definitely agree. And because even though I don't like a lot of stuff, my grandmother says she be right. I mean, I wish she would say it in different parts or different in a different way, but she definitely be right about a lot of stuff. Even though we get in like a heated argument. Well, I'm gonna say heated because she mostly talked on the argument, but she definitely did. Cam said I would say heart smiles. Hold up. Cam said I would say heart smiles. Heart smiles did because I made a lot of different additions to my network. It allowed me to do things on my own financially. Y'all always been supportive. Um, Gemma said, her smile said, and other friends and family and myself and my success, yes. Mars said, is it theology? Theology? Teacher, he prayed for me before I took my test quizzes. He prayed with me when I felt overwhelmed, and he will always help me and give me advice on things. Sadly, he left before break. I'll miss him. Yes. Oh my gosh. It's teachers like that who actually cares or whatever. And then it's like, I'm not going to say they have to leave, but they leave or whatever. Um, Theology. They leave or whatever like that. But that's definitely good. I hope you got some way that you can contact him or whatever because that's definitely like supportive. Like just having somebody to pray with or somebody that like just knows you. And I think that's the one thing about school. Like you having to leave your teachers and you don't know the next time you're going to see them again because they might go to another school or they're not going to teach a grade and just getting close with them teachers. But he's always going to remember you and you always going to remember him. But just remember the stuff that he taught you. All right, so it's jewel time. Everybody put a goal that they have for next year. And my jewel is next year, be yourself, and love yourself. When I say be for yourself, y'all, I mean you know, like just be who you are. Don't let nobody put nothing down or whatever like that. I mean, don't let nobody put you down or don't let nobody get in your head where you feel like you can't do something at all. So yeah. Y'all make sure y'all put y'all goal, and I love y'all. Cause we're gonna end on time today. Thank y'all for your interactions and things like that. And I want to say Happy New Year's, y'all. So see y'all. Love y'all.